folks, Maverick Indicators here. So welcome to the weekend. We can't trade, so let's do some fun experiments and set ourselves up for success in the coming week. So last weekend I did, instead of a market recap, I did this really fun video showing you the power of the Maverick Trender and how we were crushing it day in, day out using the Maverick Trender. Well, this weekend, I wanted to show you the power of the Maverick AI Pro and pretty much stacking the odds against me and still being able to show you the power of this indicator. So the Maverick AI Pro, if you're unfamiliar with it, go back, watch a bunch of our videos. It's one of our flagship indicators. I walk you through it in every trading video, live trading video. It's available on TradingView and NinJATRADER. But just a quick refresher so you know this experiment we're about to do and me to show you the power of this indicator. There's many components of the Maverick AI Pro, but one of the coolest things is it colors your candles with by looking at the data underneath the candle to tell you strength and momentum of that candle, okay? Because otherwise, all you're doing is looking at red and green candles and the size and direction of the candle. And that doesn't always tell the story, okay? Just because a candle is going down doesn't mean the next candle isn't going to go up, right? So for this experiment, go back, watch all the videos on the Maverick AI Pro, see how our traders are absolutely crushing it using the Maverick AI Pro. But for this experiment, I just need you to know a few things. The strongest upside candle is bright green. The second strongest upside candle is regular green. The strongest downside candle is hot pink. The second strongest downside candle is red. And then gray candles mean indecision. If it's going sideways, it's indecision. And if it's going in the opposite direction, it means it's a reversal, okay? So this is really the only component you need to know for this experiment I'm about to show you on how powerful this indicator is. So here are the rules of this kind of experiment that we're doing here is, number one, I'm going to be trading on the 1 minute Heikin Ashi candles. I get a ton of emails from you guys going, hey, does this work on the Heikin Ashi candles? It absolutely does. You're about to see that it does. And I can't believe how many of you guys trade on the 1 minute chart. It's fascinating to me. I know I normally trade on the 5 minute. So there's that. So I'm going to trade on the 1 minute Heikin Ashi candles. I can only take a trade in the opposite direction that it's been going. So I can't just jump onto this big long trend and be like, see how awesome it is? See how great it works? It's like, no, you can't do that. I either need to take a trade in the opposite direction, which will see reversal candles. Remember, reversal candles are gray, okay? Let me get back to here. Let me see here. Okay, so I can only take it in the opposite direction, or I can only take it when we get the strongest bull or bear color. And let me go back again. Your strongest bull or bear color is the bright green candle or the hot pink candle. All right. We have a couple of sayings still flying around for the bright green. If you see bright green, it'll fly right off your screen and all different ones like that. A lot of folks in our community have been figuring out. We definitely always say, if you see pink, it will most likely sink. That is your strongest downside candle. So really, you just need to know the gray, the bright green candle, which is your strongest upside candle, and hot pink. And I'm going to show you on the Heikin Ashi chart how powerful this is. So I can only take a trade in the opposite direction or when we get one of those strongest candles. We're going to stack the odds against me. I don't get a trailing stop loss, meaning like I don't get to maximize one trade and be like, see, we just lost 10 trades, but one trade made $1 million. Like I don't get to do that. It's risk reward 1-to-1. Okay, I'm gonna risk $500 to make $500. That is the rules. Okay, no maximizing a trade. If a trade just keeps running for another like $10,000, I do not get credit for that. We are risking $500 to make $500, and I'm only gonna trade from 9:32 to 11 a.m. Well, not why 9:32 to 11 a.m. If you're new to trading, this is when the most people are, this is when you have the most volatility. This is when the real traders are trading in the morning, right? This is where the market is making its moves. Now, why 932? Because gambling is what you're doing if you're jumping in the first candle of the open. Like, you just don't want to be that you don't know if it's going up or down. All the market makers are jumping in, all of Wall Street's jumping in, and that first 1 or 2 candles are just bananas. Sometimes they're clean as anything. They just go in one direction. But most of the time, it's a good idea to just sit out the first 2 minutes. It's just not worth it, right? All right, cool. So let's jump over to the chart and let's see what we got. All right, so we're right before market open. One of the things I failed to mention is that I am going to be playing this replay in 15 times the speed. So it's going to go 15 times faster than normally it would. So I'm going to get some pretty sloppy entries here. Another thing that's going against me, right? All right, so we said we'd start trading at 922, but this sucker has already reversed. So I'm not allowed to get into this according to the rules. I'm not allowed to jump in and make all this profit on this way up because you already went from down to up and then now you're taking off. I'm not allowed to participate in any of this, but this is a huge move. 700. Okay, so we got our first gray candle. I got to be paying attention. I got to wait for the close. There you go. There's my second gray candle. Okay, so this is a reversal candle. These are reversal candles. Gray means reversal. All right. Hot pink is your strongest downside. Red is your second strongest. Gray is reversal, and green is to the upside. Bright green is your strongest to the upside. Okay. So we won our first one. I wasn't allowed to participate in this because we already missed the move. Oh, if I get one more candle green, I'm taking it to the upside. There you go. There's my green candle. So again, reversal. Actually, I could have taken this candle according to the rules. This one right here, when it broke and closed above the Maverick guide, this would have been your second candle. This would have been your reversal, but that's okay. All right, cool. So we just won. We're 2 for 2 here, okay? We started at, let me mark the open here. Your open was right there. And really, I totally could have caught some of this if this was like normal trading, but I made the rules that I can only take a reversal or the brightest color. So see this? Bright green means strength and momentum to the upside. Strength and momentum to the upside as long as we're above the Maverick guide, which is this blue line. We go long when we're above the blue line. We go short when we break below the blue line. Look at this beautiful move down. All hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink in a ton of down confidence arrows. So beautiful. I should be paying attention to this. We're only trading from 932 to 11. So we had this. Here's your open. We had a monster push up, but I couldn't participate for a couple reasons. One, we said we'd sit out the first 2 minutes. And then the move had already happened. Like the rest of the rules are, I can only take a bright green candle to the upside or a reversal. And this gravy train had already been moving, so I couldn't jump on there. Although that would have been an easy way to show profit, I couldn't. Then we came here and we had a reversal. So you came up, you had first gray candle. We waited for the second gray candle. You can see how sloppy my entry is because I'm playing the replay back 15x. But even that, I still made my 500 bucks. And then we reversed again. And the gray candles in the opposite direction are reversal candles. Then we started to get green candles. I entered and boom, we hit our profit target very quick. And since we've hit our profit target, 2765, I mean, we've gone almost 100 freaking points. That's insane. Okay, 100 points is 400 ticks on, yeah, that's like a $2,000 move. That's crazy, okay? By the way, the Maverick AI Pro colors your background towards the trend. I just have it off right now because I want you to focus on the color of the candles. Okay, it looks like we're gonna dip below the Maverick guide, but I would need a gray candle to take a short here. I would need a gray candle. It's kind of just going sideways action. So I would need a reversal candle to take a trade. Okay, now we got bright green candles. I already took it in that direction, so I'm not allowed to, oh, it was an up trend day all day and you just kept jumping on. Like anybody can see that. Oh, okay, well, stack the deck against me. We're only going to take reversals or the brightest to the upside, and I can't take in the same direction twice. So now the only way I can take a trade is if we reverse to the downside. So I'm going to need a gray candle, and a gray candle that closes. Okay, so I'm going to need a gray candle. There's a gray candle. If it closes, boom, I'm in. I'm in. That is your reversal candle. You got to close below the Maverick guide, and you got 1, 2, 3 confidence arrows to the downside and a fourth one. There you go. There's your fourth one. Boom. Okay, profit target hit. Beautiful. Now we got about 13 minutes left because we said we trade from 9:32 to 11. So we have 10 minutes left. Okay. So we haven't broken and closed above the Maverick guide. That is like you need that. I would need that confirmation candle to break above the Maverick guide. Remember, we go long when we're above the Maverick guide. We go short when we're below it. And I can't jump back on this gravy train right here unless I get a pink candle. Now, could you trading? Absolutely. This is a huge monster move to the downside. Again, these rules I set out for myself are against me as the trader to maximize and show profit, because normally I could be in this entire move to the downside. All these reversal candles, all these down confidence arrows below the Maverick guide. This would be an insane 8, 12. Let's say you didn't get the full move. It's like a 70 to 80 point move. That's crazy. That's like 240 ticks. Okay, it's about $1,200 in like 25 minutes. Okay, so we're past 11 o'clock. I'm not allowed to take any more trades. So we took this, we came up. I'm not allowed to take that trade because it's already reversed. So I'm out. I can't just jump in here and look, guys, look how much profit I made. I'm not allowed to take that one. I have to wait for a reversal. Came down, we closed below the blue line, the Maverick guide. I jumped in the next candle after the reversal close. And we hit our 500. Then we reversed back up. We broke above the Maverick guide. I got in way late, okay? Because according to the rules, reversal, I should have been able to get in on this candle. I didn't. I got in 2 candles later, but I'm playing the market really, really fast, speed. So I don't make you guys a super long video. Came up, we hit our second, this was our second win, so we're up 1,000. And then I was not allowed to jump on this gravy train to just prove the point, because this would have been easy. Bounce off the Maverick guide. Hey guys, look, I made another $1,200. Nope. So then we started flattening out. I'm not allowed to take a trade until we what? Until we have a reversal. Gray reversal. I jumped in the second candle and we got our third win. Okay, so that was for just this Friday, $1,500. Okay, $1,500. So now I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, that was yesterday. Okay, well, fine. I'll give you another. You want to do the day before? Let's do the day before. Let's take a look-see. All right, we're right before market open. Let's see here. Whoa, okay. Well, I'm not allowed to participate now anyway till 9:32. And I can only, now this move is already moving, so I'm not allowed to get into it unless we get a hot pink candle. If we get a hot pink candle, I'm allowed to jump in. But otherwise, I am not allowed to jump in. If we get a hot pink candle, I can. If not, then we're only taking reversals. Okay. So there's, nope. That would have been a sweet opening trade. That would have been, by the way, we're only trading one contract of NQ. So now, are we going to go to the upside? I don't think so. Okay, pink. I'm allowed to get in. I'm allowed to get in. That is your strongest downside candle. Okay? Pink. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. That is your strongest downside candle. We're risking 500 to make 500. All right? We already missed this huge move. This is a little risky, but we have pink candles, so I feel good about it. And it's really taken its sweet time to figure out which direction it wants to go. Oh my gosh. And it's right before 10 o'clock. I don't know if we had news at 10 o'clock on, did we have news at 10 o'clock on Thursday? Okay, boom. We got our push down. All right, so we just made $500. Why? Because if you see pink, it will most likely sink. We weren't allowed to participate in this whole huge move down because it was already happening. Again, if you were trading normally, you could totally, I would be in this thing. I would have been in this thing, but just the rules that I set out for this experiment to show you how powerful the Maverick AI Pro is, I wasn't allowed to get into this thing. So hopefully this doesn't just drop all day, because then I'm not allowed to take another trade. Whereas you, normally trading, you would totally be able to take another trade. So we're just kind of going sideways here. Now I got too confident. Oh, here's my gray candle. Oh, come on. Okay, so I couldn't take that one. It didn't close gray. I need a closure of gray. I need this one to turn gray for me to decide to take it. Nope. Changing color. Come on, give me a gray candle so I can take a trade. Gray reversal. There's a gray reversal. Close gray. Close gray and give me another gray. There we go. I'm getting in. I'm getting in. Okay. We closed gray and we're above the Maverick guide. You see this? We go long when we're above the Maverick guide. Now we got green up candles. When you're above the Maverick guide, we go long. When price is below the blue line, we go short. Okay, beautiful. Another confidence arrow to the upside. There we go. We just hit our second profit target. Okay, and we got 20 minutes left to trade. So now the only way I can take a trade is if it reverses downward or I start getting bright green candles. Bright green is your strongest upside candle, or if I get a reversal to the downside, which would be a flip of these gray candles if we started going down and we broke below the Maverick guide. So that's the only way. Oh, that's green. I would need bright green though. Oh, that looks like it's reversing. Can I get one more? I'm taking it to the short. That's a reversal candle. Broke below the Maverick guide. It pushed down. Oh, now you got red. Yes, beautiful. Okay. So we got 9 minutes left. The only way I can take another trade is if we get a pink candle. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. But we only have 6 minutes left. And we'll see. So the only way I can take another trade is if we get pink candles. Again, you can take this is not our trading strategy. This is me going, oh yeah, close pink, close pink. I got 3 minutes left. Close pink. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. We got 1 minute left, but I got to enter the trade. So we said we trade till 11, but I'm like, my hands are off the mouse. I've entered the trade. Ooh, oh, I was $45 away. I was $45 away. Yes. Oh my gosh. I've never had so much anxiety trading playback. That's not normal. Okay. So if you see pink, it will most likely sink. So let's recap it here. Okay. According to the rules, we broke below the Maverick guide. We started heading down. Look at this is an insane move. Okay. 667 down to, let's say you didn't get the full move. 667, so that's what? $56 move. $56 on 56 times 4. On one contract of ES is about $900 move. Now, I wasn't allowed to take it. Why? Because I stacked the rules against the Maverick AI Pro. I said I could only take it if it was a reversal or if it was the brightest upside color, which is bright green, or the brightest downside color, which is pink. Well, the reversal already happened and we had to sit out the first 2 minutes. That was part of the rules. We're not gamblers. We're here to make profit. So I missed out on this full move. Okay, so I missed out on this full move. Then we had hot pink candles. Okay, which I'm allowed to get in. I got in here, we took it down here, first win, $500. Okay, then we started reversing. I had to wait for my second reversal candle, which is gray. I got in and we took that sucker straight up. Second win, $1,000. Then we, let's see here, we came up, we had a green candle, we were in an uptrend, and then we had another reversal. Gray pushed down, got in, waited for it to close, got in, and took it down to here, another 500 bucks. And then per the rules, I'm not allowed to just ride this whole thing down and show you guys, you know, 5 grand in profit or whatever the heck it would be. I am only allowed to, sorry, let me stop this. I am only allowed to get in if it has pink, bright pink candles or reversal. I waited for the close of this bright pink candle. I got in here and we took it down to here. Did it go way further? Yeah, I went like twice that distance, but that's not the rule. The rule is stacked against the Maverick AI Pro to show how powerful it is, and we're only allowed to do a 1-to-1 ratio there. So all in all, we won 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. Let me pull this up, sorry. 4 trades, $2,000. Okay, this is how powerful the Maverick AI Pro is, folks. Not financial advice, do your own research. I'm not guaranteeing you that you will make $2,000, but as you can see, I can't make the colors up like in hindsight. I just can't. We're in playback mode, but I can't rewrite history. And I just did the last 2 trading days, which if you guys have traded the last 2 trading days, they weren't that easy. So I'm just showing you this. Now, what you do is you combine this indicator with the Maverick Trender. Go back and watch our video from a week ago, how dang powerful the Maverick Trender is. You combine when this says bearish and when the Maverick Trender says bearish and when your Maverick Multi-X says bearish, like that sucker's going down a lot of the times. More times than not, that sucker's going down. So it's the full suite of the Maverick AI Pro bundle, but I just wanted to show you the power of the Maverick AI Pro on its own. And by the way, I did remove some of the bells and whistles. There's no cloud on here. There is no background color. The Maverick AI Pro colors the background to the trend, so you can just quickly, at a glance, know what the trend is. So stack the odds against us, and I think we did all right. I think we did all right. All right, so what were our rules? Number 1, we're working on the 1-minute Heikin Ashi candles, okay? We can only take a trade in the opposite, like a reversal, or the very strongest bull or bear candle, which bright green is your strongest to the upside, hot pink is your strongest to the downside. We were doing a 1-to-1 risk to reward. We were risking $500 to make $500. Okay, which is not always the best risk to reward when you're trading. And we were trading from 9:32 a.m. to 11 a.m. I was trading at 15x the playback speed. So my entries sucked. Like my fills sucked because I was getting in definitely way late. I mean, NQ moves fast as it is. Now when you're playing it at 15x speed, you really do have the deck stacked against you. And remember, we were only trading using the Maverick AI Pro candle colors. Now you mix it with the other Maverick indicators and just come to our website, read what our traders are saying. It's lights out. Again, not financial advice, do your own research, but you know, come see what they say. So Friday we had 3 wins with 0 losses for $1,500. And you know what? Even let's say we had 2 wins and 1 loss, right? We'd still be up. You know what I'm saying? Like we'd still be up. Thursday, we had 4, and this is yesterday and the day before. Thursday, we had 4 wins with 0 losses for a grand total of $2,000. And by God, like if this was a normal like rules, if I could trade like the normal way I did, we would have done a lot more because we had some serious trends going on and we just had to sit here and watch them, and we couldn't jump back in because of the rules of this experiment wouldn't allow it to stack the cards against the Maverick AI Pro, and it still came up out on top. So so if you want clear vision on your charts, if you want like, you know, if you want to know what's going on behind the scenes and get edge in the market, I say it all the time, I'll say it again, these are the indicators I wish I had when I first started. And by the way, when you start mixing this indicator with something like the Maverick Trender, go back to last week's video and go watch our Maverick Trender video. It's got like a robot on the front of it. I automated the Maverick Trender to take a trade whenever it just fires off, and you can see how powerful that thing is. It's unstinking believable. So go check it out. If you want clear vision on your charts, we'd love to help you, come check us out, MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com. And hope you have the best weekend ever. And I hope next week you absolutely crush it. All right? All right, guys. MaverickIndicators.com.